Hey guys, welcome back to the BV podcast, aka Brilliant Voices if you're new. Today we have two very special guests, JD and Daniel. They're going to be doing something called the Friendship Quiz and later on our Fast Five. Stay tuned, I'm your host, Delilah Salim.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy JD Muila, and I'm with
Your boy Daniel Muila, man. We out here.
All right, man. So today we're gonna answer a couple questions. We're gonna have a little convo, and we're gonna talk about a lot of different things. So the first thing is, describe your childhood in 3 words.
3 words.
That's a tough question,
to describe my childhood. Yeah, it is a pretty tough question.
Yeah.
I would say toughness.
Okay. What's up?
Um,
Why would you say toughness?
because growing up in Richie, you always gotta make sure you kind of, I wouldn't say keep your guard, but make sure you always kind of
Sharp.
you gotta be sharp.
Yeah.
Sharp is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
You gotta be sharp because you gotta make sure you have a tight crew, the friends that you have. Just because at late night hours, it can never always be safe. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
yeah, toughness is definitely one. Another one I would say is family.
Family. I like that one. actually.
Family. Whenever I'm here, I feel like I'm home, no matter
Sure,
what.
sure.
One thing about Richie is that they will definitely let you know that you're part of a family. Even the house itself, it's amazing. You know what I mean? So family is definitely another one I would use.
Mhm.
And last, but definitely not least, I would just say friendship.
Friendship.
Just because friendship or relationship could be the word.
Yeah,
Just because the amount of relationships and friendships I've made here in this community itself is just like it's an endless amount. Like I have friends here that are lifetime friends. At
Become
this point,
family.
like that they literally become family, right?
Yeah.
So it's it's a home, and it's like you can distance yourself, or you can go play ball over here, you can go play ball over there, but there's a saying that goes, it's like there's no place like home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So
It is the
that's
crib.
all I can tell you, man.
All right.
But yeah, what was your childhood like? You know what I mean? Like growing up in Richie.
I mean, it was definitely different. You know what I'm saying? Like, growing up in Richie, first you think that, like, everything is normal, everything that's going on. I'm talking about, like, I want to talk about the crimes first, Like, first of all, like, when I first started growing up in Richie, like, seeing the crimes, the shootings, for me, it kind of felt normal. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, just a regular day, you know what I'm saying? And then when I kind of like left Richie, went to, JUCO and then, SIU, I started realizing that like, yo, that wasn't normal at all. Like as a young kid, you're not supposed to be seeing things like that, So that was definitely the one part that I thought wasn't really normal. It was different. But the other part of it though, just growing up in Richie, like you said, man, family, bro, like that's a whole community. Like I always felt like I was untouchable. I ain't gonna lie to you. Everywhere I went, especially on the west side, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm in Bayshore. I'm like, yo, bro, no one can touch me. So just kind of like that security, that family vibe, So that was definitely it played a huge part in me in my childhood growing up in Richie. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up for real.
So, was there anyone that you looked up to on and off the court?
I get a load of this guy, man.
You don't have to juice me, I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah,
I mean, I've been fortunate and blessed to have a brother like JD. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you and Pierre for sure are like, you guys kind of set the tone. You know what I mean in terms of the line to follow, right? So,
yeah.
I kind of always, you want to talk about on or off the court. I mean, like I have a big bro to look up to. You know what I'm saying? I respect my big bro, and it's love. So,
Yeah.
I'd say you for sure.
That's love. That's love. That's love. So this is a question for both of us. We have to share a memory from our time as youth in Richie. Go
Share a
ahead.
nice memory from your
Yeah.
time. Me and you together, or like?
I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything. It could be an interaction that you have with someone. I don't know. It could be anything.
When I went to Mo Cascade with the summer camp here in Richie, I'm not gonna lie.
Tell me about that. How was it?
Bro, it was nice, man. I mean, like, just a group of old friends, like I said, lifelong friends that, you grow up with, And it's like looking back at that memory, like not even realizing like the good time we was really having when we were over there. You know what I mean? Like it was an amazing time. You know what I mean? And it's like not really appreciating that moment for what it really was. And then you're just able to look back and actually realize,
Be like, damn,
that was a nice time. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
beautiful moments like that the camp was able to create for us kids when we were younger really touch us when we get older. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I actually have a couple nice memories growing up in Ritchie. One of the first thing that came in mind was actually, but this is a funny story, bro.
You know what?
It was at the basketball court. You know how there's two courts? There's the main court with the big dogs hoop. And then there was that other court all the way next to that little school. What's the school?
Dr. FJ? Dr. FJ,
Yeah,
like,
so
I feel you.
I remember that was when I first started playing ball. I wasn't even a baller. Like, I'm just trying to just get a little sweat in, you know? I'm at the little court because I'm low-key scared to go on the big court. I'm seeing everyone in there, you know? It's packed, bro. And we just moved in the neighborhood, so I don't know anyone. Bro, I'm just shooting around by myself, bro. I'm nervous, bro. And then, you know who came up to me, bro?
Who came up to you, bro?
Jordan Zanga, bro.
Looking like a manga?
Zanga, bro. See, let me give a shout out to Zanga. Zanga's that one guy, bro, that like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, like, he was the first dude that kind of approached me, you know, and kind of made me feel welcome, you know what I'm saying? So he came up to me, he was like, yo, bro, what are you doing shooting here, bro? Come shoot with the big dogs. And I remember just being like, yo, fam, I don't know if I can, you know, I'm not really like that. And he really took me, bro. He took me in. That's little bro, but like, you know, he was really, you know, he took me out there and then the rest was history, you know? So that was a very nice memory of growing up. I think this next one's for you. Yeah. Do you think there were any advantages or disadvantages growing up out here in Ritchie?
I think there was a lot of both. You know what I mean? Just like, advantages. I mean, yo, man, look at me, bro. Like, I'm a dog.
Yeah,
you know
for sure. For sure, bro.
Like I keep saying, that toughness, it's on my skin. Like, I wear that everywhere, and I wear it, like, with pride, you know what I'm saying? It's forever going to be a part of me, right? So, definitely that's an advantage, is that it makes you grow up quicker. You have to mature at an earlier age. So, that's the advantage for sure, you know what I mean? The disadvantage, I would say, is just like the trauma of some things that a younger kid has to see, you know what I mean? Just the things that we don't really talk about, that we like you said before, like, you know what I'm saying, when you go around other people, you realize it's not normal, but like what we were really going through, like back then, it was just normal.
It was just a regular day.
It was like a regular day, but then when you leave, you start to realize like, oh shoot, like what I was
people
really...
don't live like that.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
So like that's probably disadvantage, as in like just the post trauma from like all the events, but there's definitely a lot of positives too, like I said.
100%. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I got a question for you. What lesson did you learn as a kid that is still relevant today, that you would say?
To always have respect. Respect, man. That was something that mom used to always preach at the crib. Like, you always have to respect. If you want to be respected, you always have to show respect. It doesn't matter if they're younger, older than me, bro. Like, I'm always keep it real, keep it respectful. And I feel like that's something that's gonna take you far in life. Anyone, actually. So that's a big one, I ain't gonna lie, you know?
I mean, that's real, man. Respect is big, for sure.
What's one sound or smell that brings you back to your childhood?
One sound or smell that brings me back to my childhood. Oh, man.
It could be like a smell of like food, I don't know. Or like a sound. It could even be like I guess you can even say a word. I know you used to always talk to Pops, you used to always say little, I like that, man, like, yeah.
Oh.
That could be one, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that could definitely be one, but like, we're keeping it like really in the community right now, so like when I'm thinking back at it, like, just in terms of my community, I would say like, great question, like, oh man, like a sound, and one.
And one?
And one.
And one?
And one. Like, I'm being so serious.
Okay.
I'm being so serious. Like, just like, you're playing in the court.
Yeah.
Bro, like, you and one, you know what I'm saying?
Right, look at you dropping your hat, bro.
But yeah, bro, like,
and
just,
okay.
like I was saying, though, like, and one, just being able to, just from playing a lot of hoops, that's where it all started, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Like, just on the court every day. That's like the favorite thing you're gonna hear anybody say. Yo, give me the foul and one. You know what I'm saying? And one. So it's just definitely and one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Uh,
We at 8.
Great question. Okay, was there a moment where you realized Richie was different from other neighborhoods?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of realized that like as soon as we kind of moved in, it gave it different vibes. It gave a different vibe. I would say it's different because it's not every neighborhood that everyone feels like it's a family. You know, you got people that barely even know their neighbors, but like I feel like like I could tell you where everyone live. You know what I'm saying, and everyone could tell where everyone lives. So that's kind of like one thing that was really different from the get go. And let's go back to that family. You know, like yo, bro, everyone is tapped in till this day. You know, like I was chilling with Reggie like last week. You know, everyone is still tapped in. It's been like years. I still talk to Toka on the phone and shit like that, you know, so
Cool.
that's definitely something that stood out a little bit about Richie, you know.
Yeah.
What's a core memory from your time as a kid that you always carry with you?
Oh, a core memory.
Yeah.
Okay, shoot, a core memory, man. Would definitely have to be when I played for our summer league team, my first year.
Yeah.
My first year, just because like the year where you actually not my first year, the year where you were coaching me.
Yeah, that year was fun.
The year where I was being coached by you, I remember it was me, Braden, Neil, Keith, Shaddy. Like I had all my guys there too. Like Ayub, like it was just like all my friends there. And I remember Matty Joe was there too.
Yeah, it was
Matty
fun.
Joe, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, it was really fun.
and it was just like it was the experience for me. You know what I mean? Making it to the finals that year, just being around the guys. You know what I mean? Like just like looking back at those moments and not really like realizing how important those moments really were. You know what I mean? Just like back then, it's like yeah, we're just playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's just competitive, but like really getting out of that moment and looking back at what we were doing, man. Like we were literally creating history. Like literally, we were creating like historical moments right there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
We at 10.
Yeah, 10. If you could relive one moment from your childhood, what would it be like? If you,
Probably when we won the chip, Richie Summer League. That was a great feeling. You know, that's kind of, I feel like that's when the winning spirit kind of started. And after that, kind of damn near won everywhere I went.
I never got a chip.
It's all good, bro. It's in the family, though, you feel me? So that's
I
calm,
actually never
you know?
got a chip. You know, I just think about that.
Okay, so what were some struggles you faced as a kid that people wouldn't expect?
Some struggles.
Yeah.
I would say like, yo, bro, like, just having to always like have to watch it back. You know what I mean? Like,
Especially as a tall black man, bro.
exactly. Like, just knowing that like you're not welcome in every environment. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Also, just like knowing that like you're kind of labeled the moment you walk in certain rooms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just being a kid that people know you're from Richie, they're just gonna label you a certain way in certain rooms, right? Like there'd be sometimes I'd go to basketball gyms like where just because they know me from here, they know like this kid is trouble. You know what I mean? Or like they'll put that label on me, right? So
Yeah.
those little things, those stereotypical things, are little things that like I feel like most kids from Richie or African individuals of descent or African descent have to go through that most people don't. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, nice. So,
yeah, this is for both of us, I think.
yeah.
So how did your family influence the way you see the world today? You could go first for this one.
How did my family influence the way I see the world today?
How did that influence you, bro?
In every way, fam.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like at home, that's kind of when we learned everything, you know, respect, you know, how to be strong, how to never give up, like, all the things we used to do as kids, but even watching, like
Naruto,
the things we used to watch, Naruto, you know, the little motivational videos we used to watch, all of that, I feel like played a huge part, you know, in who we are today. You know, it really shaped us, you know? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, like, just like the whole how we used to push each other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Also just like, how sometimes, y'all bully me here and there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like,
You want to go there, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, all those things, like, they really shape you into, you know what I'm saying, the individual you end up being, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, without my brothers, I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you where I would be today, so.
And also the way mom raised us, you know what I'm saying? Because if we're being real, bro, like it wasn't easy for mom, raising 3 boys by herself, So the fact that she was able to do that by herself and Richie, that's tough, that taught me toughness, you know what I'm saying? It showed me to always respect women, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, that definitely played a huge part in who we are today, bro.
Also the genes, bro. For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
So how did it feel, bro, to represent Richie at the Summer League games? Did you ever expect to make it this far back then, bro?
Did I ever expect it to make it this far?
Yeah, bro. Like, did you think you were gonna be a university hooper?
Yeah. I mean,
did you think you were gonna be this guy, bro?
Can I be
guy?
real? Can
Fresh
I be real?
guy?
This is gonna sound crazy, but like, yes, bro. That's because like, coming up bad, like, I always just knew I was gonna be that guy. Like, you know me, bro. Since I was playing 2K when I was younger, even though I could have been the fattest, chubbiest kid in the building, it didn't matter. Like, in my head, I was still a guy.
You know what I think it is, bro?
What is
I think
it?
that's that Muila's on any, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I always, even when I was the fattest guy, I still thought I was the freshest guy.
Yeah.
I could be. It don't matter, bro. I'm still the freshest guy. So, you know what I mean? So, how would you say,
bro.
How would you say, like?
What?
Like, representing Richie Summer League, did you ever expect to make it like? I mean, like, I did expect
No,
it for sure.
I ain't gonna lie. If I'm being completely honest with you, no. I feel like the difference between you and me was when you picked up the ball, bro, you actually liked it. I was low-key forced by Emil. I hated basketball. I didn't want to play ball. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
Emil O'Neal kind of like, took me in the streets and he was like, yo, listen, bro, I think you should focus on this. I think you have potential. You're tall. And I used to get annoyed. I was like, yo, bro, like, this guy, leave me alone, bro. But then Emil actually had met mom, and he had made a promise that he was going to make sure that I graduate, and he was going to use basketball as a vehicle to kind of guide me towards the right path, you know what I'm saying? So, I didn't really like basketball. So when I started playing, I didn't even think I was going to go that far. Like, I didn't think it was that much of a big deal until I actually started cooking, you know what I'm saying? I started frying dudes in practice, in summer league games. And now I was like, okay, hold on. Like, I might really be able to do something. And then, eventually Coach Tony came and then, recruited me to CTA, trusted me and stuff. Huge shout out to Coach Tony. Tony House, man. I love that guy,
Shout out
to
Coach T.
man.
Shout out Coach T.
So, yeah, bro. So, I feel like once I kind of, actually, now, let's go back to the De La Salle days before even CTA. That's when I kind of knew I was going to be a problem. Because De La Salle was during the year, and then in the summer I played Richie. Coach Tony was able to see me when I played in Richie in the summer league. And after that, once I went to CTA, it was like, yo, I'm all in, But even me going to CTA was a force. Like, I remember my back used to hurt. I was telling Tony all type of excuses for me to not even join CTA. But for some reason, Tony had faith in me. He believed in me. He kind of told me, yo, bro, we got Devin. You shout at Devin. He's going to take care of you. He's going to help you get back healthy and be able to play. And then once I got to CTA, bro, the rest was history,
History indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next one we
So, you have to tell an embarrassing story of me, fam. Don't
got. I have
go
to
too
tell
far,
an
bro.
embarrassing story of you.
Yeah, bro. Keep it P, fam. Please. Keep it chill, bro.
Okay, let me chill. Let me chill.
I don't even know what I'm going to say.
Story of JD. Shoot.
You want me to go first?
But I don't know how many times, bro. I think I made him cry in 2K maybe one time. You feel
Never.
Me?
That was
Bro.
so funny, bro. You never made me cry at 2K, bro. It was never that deep. Bro. Why are we lying, bro? Why are we lying, bro?
We're not gonna do this.
Fam, when did you ever make me cry, bro?
Yo, this guy used to catch beatings every day. I was like,
I used to get mad.
I was like 9 years old, frying you at 15. Frying
Bro,
this guy.
one funny fact about this dude, bro, he used to kill everyone in 2K. Like, he used to make money. People used to come to the crib, bro, to play this dude, and he was young. And I remember one day he racked up $500 as a youngin', bro, just smacking people in 2K.
Smacking.
That was impressive. I won't lie to you, bro. That was cool. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, bro.
But an embarrassing story of you, bro. I'll just keep it simple, man.
I kept it P, bro.
I mean, it's basically the same thing, but me, I actually have evidence, bro, of you tearing up after I smacked you in 2K. Evidence, running upstairs and crying and stuff, so that was kind of funny.
What is your preferred playing position in basketball? Like you would say, like if you had to choose one
Oh,
position,
yeah.
what
I
would you
mean,
say?
I like where I'm at, bro. I like a forward. Like I wouldn't call myself a center. You know, like I'm not. You know, 7 foot. So I kind of like where I'm at. Like Julius Randle, Draymond Green. You know, Montrezl Harrell type of vibes. It's kind of like what I look up to. You know, like you know what I'm saying. But if you really want to ask me what position I really want to play,
Yeah, keep it
man,
a beat with me, you know.
I would just say like 4.
Like a four,
Yeah,
like a four.
a 4.
I can see that for sure. I
How
can see that
about
for
you?
sure. Personally, like you know, a bit of both. Like you know what I'm saying, like I'm a swift army knife, right? So, I like to play personally the three, interchange between a 3 or 4 role.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
like I'm accustomed to play any role that I need to be played, right? So it could be a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, or center.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
1 to
So
5, 1 to
yeah.
5. Okay, bro. This for you to me, bro.
Oh, this for you? Okay, I got this one for you. So how did you feel moving from Canada to Europe to play ball? Any similarities or differences? Did you have any other opportunities somewhere else as well?
Okay. So how did it feel to go from Canada to Europe? It was actually a great experience. I won't lie. I went to Norway first. You know, it was very different because of the weather. I'll tell you that.
The weather?
Especially during winter, it was rain. Like in Norway, it rains every day. It rained every day. But like where I lived in a city. It was Bergen, and I lived right downtown, so it was beautiful. Like every day, as soon as I pop out, it was live. You know, it was live.
Yeah.
But you also have like a different side of the city where it's kind of like calm, it's nature, and you know me, you know I like to walk and things like that. So that was definitely sick. Canada is different than Europe. I feel like Europe kind of gives like bro, it kind of gives like a mix of like Africa, bro, and like America combined together, bro.
For
Does
real?
that make sense, bro? I don't know, bro. Like, just trust me on that, fam.
Yeah.
Even if you go to Belgium, but it's kind of like you see places you feel like, yo, like, am I in Congo right now, fam?
But in due time, bro.
But then, yeah, bro.
In due
And
time.
did I have any other opportunities to play? We're talking about my first year, right?
Yeah.
Um, not that I can remember, bro. I feel like Norway was probably the only one, and I'm grateful for that. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I had a great time in Norway. Huge shout out to my team Foya. It was a great experience. I was able to go out there and build my confidence back up. You know, after I had a rough college career. You know, like with injuries and things like that. You know, so being able to go to Norway kind of gave me the opportunity to just go out there and hoop, fam. So that was really a blessing.
That's dope.
Yep. So how did you end up playing for Laurentian University, bro?
Oh shoot, man. Coach B, man. Like pretty much me and Coach Brandon go way back, right?
Yeah.
So he coached me when I was 14 at CTA in my first year at CTA. Super dope coach. I mean, like he always had a soft spot for me. You know, he was the assistant coach then.
Yeah.
Super dope guy. You know, I always liked the way he was. He kind of like treated me. You know what I'm saying? Like at CTA, I liked the way he coached as well. Just like he was a very good skills coach. I felt like going to Laurentian and him getting the job over there.
Yeah.
Because he was recruiting me for Brock at first, but then he got the job at Laurentian, right? So him getting the job at Laurentian was like, it was big in a sense where like I just felt like it was kind of a sign from God as well. Just like looking at it, just because my brother, our brother, you know what I'm saying, Pierre is already
True.
he's already in Sudbury, right? So
Yeah.
like just seeing the opportunity, like kind of all just line up and display itself. I also kind of wanted to start my own journey in a sense, you know what I mean? Like you going the JUCO route. Everybody kind of going their own way, but like this is kind of different for me in a sense where like I'm choosing a different way.
Yeah. No, I was proud of you, bro. For
You
real.
know what I
You made the
mean?
right choice.
So yeah, but there was a few close seconds too. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Remember we were talking to Parkland as well. Remember? But yeah, a few close seconds for sure.
Yeah.
But the decision process, like the last part of the question, if you don't mind me touching up on that, it was just like I said, just being comfortable, finding a home in a sense where like I'm familiar over there. I know coach's familiar with my game. He's familiar with who I am as an individual. yeah, so I felt like he was gonna be the best to like helping me grow as an individual person as well. So that's
You
why I
shout
went
out
there.
Coach B, man.
How did you deal with being away from the family while hardships are happening back home? So like, let's say like when you're away, like bad
Whoa.
things are happening.
How did I deal with it?
Yeah.
Bro, that was probably one of the darkest moments in my entire life to this day, bro. I'm talking about
When Manny passed away.
when I was in JUCO. When I was in JUCO, I was already going through a lot, bro. Injuries. My freshman year, I had a surgery, and I actually almost died during that surgery because I stopped breathing. So I kind of had PTSD of surgeries. I'm like, yo, bro, I never want to do a surgery again. None of that. And then the following year, bro, as a sophomore, I get hurt again. Midway through the season, I get hurt, and I got to do a surgery. So I'm just thinking, like, damn, I got to do this again. Bro, I'm sitting with the doctor. She's shaving my leg, bro. She's shaving my knee so we can get going with the surgery, bro. Yeah. And I get a phone call from one of my brothers, Polo. He calls me. He's like, yo, fam, this what happened, shooting, Manny got hit, Doofy got hit, Toko got hit. You know what I'm saying? Manny's dead, bro. I'm talking about, like, yo, right before the surgery, bro. And at that moment, bro, like, bro, it was so crazy, bro, that, like I didn't even, like, snap. I didn't crash out. It was almost one of those, like, yo, I kind of had accepted my fate, but I was like, yo, damn, like, but my head was so, like, all over the place. I was like, yo, bro, I'm about to just die during the surgery, bro. Like, bro, it is what it is, bro. Like, the way I felt, I was stressed out. So that was, like, a moment that, like, yo, bro, to this day, bro, like, it's crazy, So that was definitely tough being away from home, not even being able to come to the funeral, bro. I'm talking about, like, yo, bro, I'm in practice, bro. I'm watching that on live, bro. And I'm just seeing everyone. I'm seeing, like AYS, Maddie Jordan holding the casket. I'm just like, yo, bro, is this real life? Like, just not being able to be there for my brothers and just being away from home was super tough. I won't lie to you, bro. But one thing I would say, though, it definitely made me different, bro. Like, it shaped me in a way that nothing else could have done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, I just learned how to be so strong. I learned how to kind of, like, be my number one fan, my own best friend, like, my own support. You know what I'm saying? I was able to learn all of that super early in my career. So, yeah, bro.
Super dope, bro. In a sense, for like, it was a very tough time, right? And you being able to overcome that is super dope.
Yeah, bro. Was that just for me or for you too?
I mean, like,
Question.
That question, it was for both of us. Yeah, for me personally, like, being away, like, when that happened, with the main thing, I was actually here. So, like, so I can't really put that in that category. But the hardships, I would say, would just be like, being away from home and then grandpa being sick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's tough.
That's tough, you know what I mean? In a sense where, like, I'm hearing he's in the hospital, you know what I mean? Times like that, those are tough times, but I'm glad that his health is doing a lot better. But just like little news is like that, right? Just being away from home and hearing that, right? So it's tough, but
shapes you, man.
it shapes you, like, it builds character in a sense. But in during those hardships, you just have to reach out a bit more to your family, as much as you can. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, you just gotta find things that are gonna help you get through those hardships, which is either going on a walk or listening to music here and there, right? So it's about for me personally, I guess finding space, finding time alone, for sure, to deal with those hardships.
And bro, same thing. Just to start on that question, it was the same thing with even pops. Like when
you were away too.
When dad passed away, bro. Believe it or not, bro, it was the same scenario except different schools. I'm in college now, fresh off of surgery. Actually, maybe like a week in. I'm a week in, and that surgery was that's my third surgery, by the way. I'm on my third surgery now, and that's probably my worst surgery actually, because I think at that point my meniscus actually had shattered in half, so they had to kind of like do a bigger surgery to kind of like, put it back together. So down when that happened, just not being able to hoop, being, far from home, I'm not even at the crib, bro, and like, but you kind of like get angry at life, and also just, being away from the crib, bro, and like playing D1 is not easy. So like, bro, it's just like, there are days where, you go to practice with just bad energy because, you're kind of like tired of all the, so like, yo, bro, just being able to go through all of that, bro, and still being able to, you know, like keep my composure, bro, and still be strong, bro. Like, yo, that, it made me like a different beast. And I feel like that's why I play with so much passion, bro. It's because it comes from all the pain, bro, all the hunger, all the doubt, bro. Like, but this shit is deeper than just hoop for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes deep, fam. So come, that's why, you know, I'm low key, like, you know, I'm grateful for all of it because it made me who I am today. You know, it made me
Sir.
a different beast, bro. So,
Sir.